Welcome to this HeatCond2D tutorial where in this example, we will model a circular column heated at the perimeter. In the section page, set the input unit to millimeter and select the solid tab. Tap on the section template icon to open the section template. Tap the circular section, enter the dimension D0 of 300 mm and tap the scribble icon. Toggle on the thermal toggle button to access the thermal page. Tap on the mesh icon to access the mesh properties page. Tap on the quad section button for symmetry modeling. Select the southwest corner button. Tap the OK button to return to the mesh properties page. Under trial mesh size, input 5 mm for del X and del Y respectively. Tap the generate button to return to the mesh properties page. Under solid material, tap the drop-down menu user defined and select steel. Set the initial temperature to 22 degrees Celsius. Check under stability check that there are 4 green ticks. Tap the OK button to generate the mesh and return to the thermal page. If not automatically turned on, toggle on the node toggle button to display the external nodes. Note that when the external nodes are shown, the toggle button will state node EXT, toggle on the pick toggle button. The toggle button text will change from pick single to pick group. Single tap on the chart to form a band around the nodes at the left-hand side of the section. Tap on Select to close the band when finished. All selected nodes will be highlighted in red. Tap the boundary icon to access the node boundary conditions page. Set the exposure type to surface temp and temp type to profile temp tap on radiation gain and set the view factor to 1.0 and emissivity of 0.5 and tap the OK button. Tap on convective and set the convective heat coefficient to 25 watts per meter to the power of 2 Kelvin and tap the OK button. Tap the OK button to apply the boundary conditions to all the external nodes of the section. Tap on Unselect to unselect all the external nodes. The external nodes with the applied boundary conditions will be marked. Toggle off the Pick toggle button. The toggle button text will change from pick group to pick single. Tap an external node of the section to view the node data. Tap on Unselect to unselect the node. Tap on the chart icon to access the exposure profile page. Tap the Applied Surface Temperature to access the Applied Surface Temperature page. Tap Expression to access the Expression page. Set Predefined to ISO 834. Check that the expression in the Expression Field Editor is correct. Tap the OK button to return to the Applied Surface Temperature page. Tap Plot to plot the expression. Note that if the expression is not plotted, it will not be used for the boundary conditions. A dialog box to confirm plotting the expression will appear. Tap the OK button on this dialog box to plot. Tap the Close button to return to the Exposure Profile page. Tap the Close button to return to the Thermal page. Tap the desktop icon to access the simulation data page. Set the solver to transient. Enter a runtime of 3600 seconds. Set plot interval to 30 seconds. Select the node at X equals 150 mm, Y equals 30 m, zoom in if required. Note, in this case, steel bars are not included in the model. Tap the OK button to return to the thermal page. Tap on the Run button to run the heat transfer analysis. A dialog box to confirm running the analysis will appear. Tap the OK button on this dialog box to run. The results page will automatically show up after the analysis is completed. Otherwise, tap the thermometer icon to access the results page. Tap the center of the node of the circle to obtain the temperature of the node at the end of the run time. Tap the scissors icon to slice. The temperature plot horizontally and vertically. Tap the horizontal and vertical slice charts to obtain the temperature at a particular location. Tap the uptrend chart icon to access the time history page. Tap the items in the list to plot the result on the chart. Tap selected items in the list to hide the plot. Double tap the node ID text to convert the time to second. Double tap the X text to convert the time to minute. Double tap the Y text to convert the time to hour. Tap on the Close button to return to the results page. Tap on the Close button to return to the thermal page. We will now model a steel bar in the section. In the thermal page, toggle off the node toggle button. Toggle on the mesh toggle button. Double tap the text mesh to show the material number. The mesh text will change to mesh prop. Tap on a mesh in the chart nearest to X coordinate of 150 mm and Y coordinate of 30 mm. Nearest mesh is fine. Pinch out to zoom into the mesh. Toggle on the Pick Toggle button. The toggle button text will change from Pick Single to Pick Group and select the two meshes between Y coordinate of 30 mm next to the X coordinate of 150 mm symmetrical line. To view the mesh better, toggle on the Node Toggle button and double-tap the text node EXT to show the internal nodes. The node EXT text will change to Node All. Tap on Select to close the band when finished. To select the meshes, toggle off the Node Toggle button, toggle on the Mesh Toggle button and tap Select. After the meshes have been selected, the M icon will replace the mesh icon. Tap on the M icon. A dialog box will appear asking for a material number. Enter 2 and tap the OK button. Pinch out to zoom into the location of the two meshes and tap Unselect to unselect the mesh selection. The material property number of the two meshes is now 2. Tap the mesh icon to access the Mesh Properties page. Under Mat 2 Material, tap the drop-down menu User Defined and select Steel. Set the initial temperature to 22 degrees Celsius. Check under Stability Check that there are 4 green ticks. In this case, adjust the time step to 0.5 seconds. Tap the OK button to generate the mesh and return to the thermal page. Toggle on the Node Toggle button and double-tap Node All to hide the internal nodes. The Node All text will change to Node EXT. Double-tap the text mesh prop to hide the material number. The mesh prop text will change to mesh. Tap on the Run button to run the heat transfer analysis. A dialog box to confirm running the analysis will appear. Tap the OK button on this dialog box to run. The results page will automatically show up after the analysis is completed. Otherwise, tap the thermometer icon to access the results page. Tap the uptrend chart icon to access the time history page. Tap the items in the list to plot the result on the chart. Tap selected items in the list to hide the plot.